Good evening, everyone. Can you believe that it's Tuesday night again already? Doesn't it just seem like we had Tuesday? Actually, this week it kind of seems like this should be Monday because we had Memorial Day off yesterday, and I don't know, it seemed like we maybe had all Sundays this past weekend. And so today really feels like Monday, but it is a Tuesday. So I am coming live to you tonight, and it's March, where'd that come from? It's May 26th, 2026. And I should not have trouble remembering what the day is, or what the date is, or even what the month is, because our family had a grand event this past weekend. Welcome, Dolores. I'm so happy that you're here. You must have got your dishes done. Yay! We had a grand event happen in our family this past weekend. I have 6 siblings, and my number 3 sibling retired. So we had a celebration of retirement for her at a local lake here in a very nice shelter house. And I'm not sure what the temperature was like where you're at, Dolores, but yesterday it was like 80 degrees. And I'm not sure how strong the wind was. I don't think it was 35 miles an hour, but it was pretty strong. So I was very thankful that we had a nice enclosed shelter to celebrate my sister Dina Lehman. So Dina, happy retirement. I know you're on a high. You can't believe that you're retired, but hey, sister, you're retired, and we are going to do lots of fun things. Lots of fun things. Could just be relaxing and doing a lot of nothing, right? So anyway, congratulations, Dina. I hope you enjoy your next chapter of life. So like I said, this is Darla Tweeten, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa, and I come live every Tuesday night around 8 o'clock Central Time. Now that could be 9 o'clock Eastern Time, or it could be 6 o'clock Pacific Time, or 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Wherever you live, that's when I come live to you. So, Dolores, I saw where you did really well at your tractor pulls. Oh, and I bet it was warm, because were you outside doing those tractor pulls? And there aren't a lot of trees at grandstands, are there? So I hope you had an umbrella that you could carry with you to stay halfway shaded anyway. It seems like if you do take an umbrella when you go to those grandstand events, it does keep you a little bit cooler, and then you don't get sunburned either. So anyway, tonight is all about texture on our cards, and you're probably thinking, how do you do texture on paper crafting cards? Well, let me show you how, okay? But before I start with that, I am going to turn my camera down, and so just a minute here. Let me reverse my camera and then lift it up so that you can see my work surface. So there. That kind of worked good tonight, didn't it? And then I have this nice little lamp here that I just love. I tell you what, it needs to have lots of light when you do paper crafting. Okay, Dolores, they do have a nice roof over our viewing section, so I sat in there, okay? that was a smart plan. Now, did your husband and your son pull too? And if they did, how did they do? We don't live that far apart. I really do hope that sometime it works out. If you're close to Iowa and Minnesota or whatever, that I come watch you. I think that'd be just a hoot. So, I don't tell you guys often enough thank you. Thank you for watching my lives. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your shares. Also, when I post on my Tweet Be Happy Facebook page, I so appreciate the interaction that you guys provide me. You will, if I ask a question, you guys will give an answer. Or if I have a this or that, I really do appreciate, and I am so grateful for you. I have this graphic that I kind of had under a stack of papers, and as I was preparing for this live tonight, I went, dang, Darla, you got to pull that back out. These aren't my normal colors. I think when I printed this off, one of my inks were getting low in my printer. So anyway, thank you. If you are a customer of mine, I appreciate you, and I hope to stamp with you in person or virtually soon. That not only goes with my people who order from me, but it also goes with my sister demonstrators and with my teammates. It is, to me, that's one of the perks of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, is the relationships that you build, the community that you belong to, and that you become a member of. And that leads me right into my segue of, we have only about, let's see here, this is May 26th. We only have about 5 days left of a super join promotion that we have right now. If you received a catalog from me, or you've been at one of my events and I have told you about Stampin' Up, I've showed you some demonstrations, and if you're, especially this month, if your to-do list, or your shopping list I should call it, is $99 or more, you really need to talk to me about joining as a demonstrator right now. This is only good until May 31st. And the biggest gift that I can offer to you is when you do sign up, before the end of the month, you will get all 5 of these new in color stamping pads, and they are the new magnetic ink pads. I think last week I might have called them metallic. I apologize for that. It's magnetic. They are so easy to open, and they stack really nice. In 2027, they will be coming out with all new ink pads in every color. So at that time, I'll make a decision, if I've got some of my older ink pads that are maybe getting a little dry, or the foam part is, not reacting nice to the refills, I may, purchase some of the new pads. But right now, they have gone back to the felt pads, and they are a little bit, they take a little bit more to stamp up. We usually tell you to stamp 3 times very lightly. Well, we still want you to do that, but we want you to twist and turn just a little bit to get a good impression with these new felt pads, and then you would just go straight down like you did before, hold it there for just a little bit for the ink to be absorbed by the paper. So there again, for $99 you can order $125 worth of product, and it's product that you choose. It's not product that I choose. And if you need help, if there's a suite that maybe right now you want to start your Christmas, do Christmas in July or do in June. We do have some July online exclusives right now with some beautiful Christmas suites. So if you meet me for coffee or call me up, I would highly encourage you to look at those new July online exclusives besides our new May catalog. That is probably another perk, is that we get to order a month before our customers do, and that helps us to make samples and things with the products that we get. Plus, if Stampin' Up! Isn't sure what the demand is going to be on a product, being a demonstrator, you have a much better chance of getting the product right away, the new product. It's not always guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. But that is another perk of becoming a member of the Tweet Be Happy team. But the best one is just being a part of a caring and loving community. So when you place a $50 order with me in a month, I will send you an email that has a video in it and 3 PDFs. And these are projects of the month by a group of marvelous lollies that I belong to. And this is something that we take turns doing it. 3 of us have a month, and then one may be off for a month or a couple months or whatever. And it's been really good for me because it's made me appreciate what goes into a PDF or tutorial for a card. So if for some reason you have not gotten, like I think I owe my customers the the April one, and now I need to send out the May one. So anyway, that is a thank you from me when you order $50 or more in my store. Besides that, you will also get Stampin' Up! Rewards directly from Stampin' Up! When you place an order. This is 10% of whatever your product order is, and it will go into what I call a rewards bank, and it is there for 1 year. And then after that, it is there for 1 year. You have to use it up within 1 year. You can let it accumulate, or you can use it the next time you order your 10% of your product total. That does not include shipping nor taxes. It's only on the product. So tonight what we're going to be doing is we also have what we call a product of the month. And I was playing with these 3 earlier. And when you place a $75 order in my online store, you can order this gorgeous paper pack of vellum. It is called the Berry Botanical Vellum 12 by 12. It has 12 pieces of vellum in it, and you can purchase this for $5. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is very, very nice vellum. Very, very thick. The vellum that I usually work with is real thin. So I don't know, Dolores, have you gotten this Botanical Garden vellum? It is very, very nice. And it's pretty enough that you could put it in a frame and frame it. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So anyway, who is going to be crafting with me tonight? I did put up a card sketch earlier tonight with some measurements in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to play with the vellum, the Berry Botanical Vellum, and it calls for 2.5 by 2.5 inch pieces of, or images, okay, 3 images. So what I did was I cut some 2.5 inches off of each piece of the vellum. And what I wanted to show you was, this is a peaceful pine, and when you put it behind the white behind it, it just kind of enhances it, doesn't it? Now look what it does when you do it with the blue. It changes it a little bit, doesn't it? Now watch when you put it with the strawberry slush. Look what it does. Makes it kind of like have pink polka dots, doesn't it? So that was something that I thought was very fun. This is strawberry slush, and then on top of, and then the vellum I put on top of that, and it really showcases the strawberry slush. Now look what I do when I do the blue. Ooh-wee. Isn't that nice? I almost kind of like that better than the strawberry slush. Huh. Okay. So then, and then the other one, there's actually 4 different styles. You get 3 sheets of each. This is a fresh freesia, and when you put it on the white, it's very, very pretty. You put it on the blue, and the lines kind of turn gray. And then if you put it on the strawberry slush, it kind of turns pink, doesn't it? So that is part of the texture technique that we will put on our cards tonight, using different colors of the vellum. So let's put those up there. And let's see, I'm not really sure. These are, when, 2.5, I ended up with some odd shapes at the very end, the last piece, but we're not going to throw them away. We could still use those. So another thing that I wanted to share with you, I did not realize that you could heat emboss on vellum. Now, since this is a thicker vellum, we can do that. So I did a thinking of you on a piece of vellum, and then I also did the butterflies that are from the All of Flutter that come with this beautiful punch. I'm a punch girl. I like my punches. So what I did was I took the Versamark, ink pad, and stamped the butterflies on to the vellum, which would have been this stamp here or one of these butterflies. I think I did the solid, now that I think about it. Look at it. And then you take your embossing buddy. It's a kit that comes, and you then sprinkle the this was opaque bright white. You sprinkle that on top of it, and then you kind of flick off the powder, and then you use the heat emboss tool to make it shiny or hard. Dolores, do you like to heat emboss? I really like it. I don't do it often enough, just because you kind of gotta have it's not messy, but it seems like it's messy. It just takes time. So anyway, so we did that on the pine, and I guess so that we could use that with that, or we could put it on the blue, or we could put it on the strawberry slush. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Okay. So that would be adding texture to your cards by doing the heat embossing. And I did the thinking of you tonight in this one. So let's go ahead and make a card. What I wanted to show you first was that I kind of played around with the different stamp sets. Excuse me, the different stamps. Now there's one that's more solid, which is this one right here. And I did this in the black Memento ink. I need to put that away. And then, so I did, and then I used the one that's got the open butterflies. I did not do the solid. So I stamped it on basic white, and then I thought, let's look and see what Timid Tiger does. So I have not, obviously I punched out the white, but I have not punched out the Timid Tiger. Now another, I do, but I don't do it very often. Yep, that's kind of like me, Dolores. You kind of forget about it, don't you? So, okay. So one of the things that I need to tell you about is when you stamp onto your cardstock, you want to kind of look at your punch to make sure that you got things lined up good. And this one is fairly easy to punch out. It takes a little bit of patience, and you just turn it just a little bit. You would think if you get one butterfly lined up that the others would be lined up, but it's not. So I don't know why that is. But anyway, I got two of them lined up. The bottom one is not going to be stamped perfectly. We can either trim that out, or you will find that on page, let me get my catalog is stuck here. I need to clean off my shelf. You will find that on page 29 of the May catalog. And this is a beautiful suite. I didn't really pay much attention to it until today when I started looking at the different things that this had done. You can see here where it is part of the Beautiful Ordinary Life, which if I can, and if my list isn't too long, this may be something that I order, because it is the paper is just really everyday-ish like. And the beautiful colors in this suite are Real Red, Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight, Pretty Peacock, Pool Party, Basic Black. Pretty Peacock is a color that I do not use very often, nor do I use Real Red very often, just because I wear it. You know, I can't stamp it and not get it on my fingers, excuse me. But with these new stamp pads, it is a lot easier to keep the ink off of your fingers. Excuse me a minute, I had to get a drink. The thing that I wanted to point out is I was trying to figure out on this Casing Tuesday 566 where that black butterfly came from and that heart. I was trying to figure that out. Well, I have seen these, it's called floral flight accents. I have seen those. It comes like there's 2 sheets of paper. It says it's on 72. And I didn't think I needed these, but I'm thinking I might. So it's floral accent, floral flight accents, 1 sheet of pre-cut designs. Okay, I was thinking it was 2. But you get 1 sheet of little die cuts that are very, very dainty for $6.50. And so I know they've been out of stock more than they've been in stock. So what Darla's gonna do is I'm gonna grab a pen here and I'm gonna circle this, because I like black and white. So I know that I need to add that to my next order. But anyway, so that's where those couple of butterflies come from. And like I said, this is the Casing Tuesday number 566. And that paper must be part of the beautiful ordinary life. Isn't it just beautiful? I'm not sure yet where the heart comes from, other than, because I don't see the heart in this Bordered in Beauty or Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So if somebody is curious like I am, if you could help me find out where that heart comes from. It could be from the ephemera pack too. Okay, so since I did not have those butterflies, I thought, oh, I have this all a flutter stamp set and punch. So I thought, these look pretty dainty, don't they? So let's go ahead and cut out. I really like, and what's really crazy is even this corner right here could affect how you line it up. So you just gotta have patience, like I said earlier, which kind of just adds to the beauty of everything. So now that I cut that corner out, I don't have any problems whatsoever lining it up. And I kind of had a little heart attack because I thought, oh no, I was going to cut this butterfly here, but I didn't. So there again, this little white is in my way, and so don't be afraid to make it convenient, so that when you punch out your butterflies, they are as perfect as possible. So now that I did take out that extra little bit of white over there on the other side, I think we got it about right there. Okay, so there again, these punches, I was off a little bit, I guess. Not as good as what I was hoping, but it'll be great. It'll be fine. So this is the punch and the all of flutter that you will find. Let's look back here in the index, all of flutter, and it is actually a bundle. Let's see here, a bundle, stamp sets, all of flutter. It is on page 52. So if we turn to page 52, everybody grab their catalogs, turn to page 52, and here is the beautiful bundle that you can actually, this is just the stamp set here to go to the bundle. But before we do that, I wanted to show you, here's some butterflies that they've colored in with blends or with you know, the new glimmer brushes. So when you're opening up the catalog, the suites are first, and then the bundles are next. So here's a suite, and then here's the bundle. So they've organized our catalog very, very nice. So last week we talked about the frames and phrases. Also, I did that at my card club in the month of May. If you turn it over, the butterflies are on page 42 of the new catalog. They're down here, all of flutter bundle. And the beauty of a bundle is if you want to buy both the stamp set and the punch, you do get a 10% savings. So that bundle is 167570, and it is $41.25. Okay, so that is what we are going to be playing with tonight. And I say playing because for the most part, I feel I have fun doing this. I really enjoy it. So I have created with the Misty Moonlight and the pines, the Peaceful Pines, but I have not done a strawberry slush card yet. So let's go ahead and do one of those tonight. So you have a card base, and then the Casing Tuesday 566, I believe it is. You need to have 2 pieces of the 2.5 by 2.5 inch piece of paper. And since this is, we're going to be using a card base and I want it to be more outstanding, I'm going to switch it with the white vellum, and we will do, or switch it with the basic white. Okay, now before we do this, I'm gonna do a little bit of tone on tone. I haven't done it. Maybe I did it last week. I can't remember. So let's go ahead and grab our strawberry slush. I need to grab that out of here. I don't know why my comments aren't updating. They're on my phone. If you look on page 72, there are some hearts in that assortment. Okay, let's look in 72. Page 72. Oh, I'm so happy that you found them. 72. Oh, okay. There's some hearts in that assortment. Okay. You're talking about in the floral flight accents. Okay. Those would be black though, wouldn't they? But maybe they maybe they colored them or something. But cute. Yeah, that would be neat, wouldn't it? So let's go ahead, and I have my 2 different butterflies, and I've had better luck with the ones that have a little bit more detail. So I'm going to go ahead and use those on our strawberry slush card base. Now this is the old style of ink pad, so you just need to lightly press down and then put it on your card base. So it's not going to take a lot of butterflies because we are going to be covering up most of them. And I don't know, I don't like them to be bare, so that's why I do the tone on tone. So it just makes my eyes happy, I guess. Okay, so there is the tone on tone on the outside. Then while we're at it, let's go ahead and stamp our inside of our card. And did you realize that I learned this from taking some of those scrapbook classes, that when you do the inside, you actually want your object to be moving off of the card so that they continue going on their day. Does that make sense? It just makes it more pleasant to the eye to do that. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and close this for right now. And I'm just going to set it over here with my others. So we'll put this inside up there. So let's go ahead and put together our card. So, like I told you, I hadn't done the strawberry slush one yet, so we'll see how this turns out. Now, if you saw my card casing, they don't show very much of the bottom layer. But since I'm using the white, I'm just going to kind of angle it there. Now, you can see when you do adhesive on the vellum, you can kind of sort of see it. You've just got to kind of be careful where you place it. So let's go ahead, and I want and if the flowers are going a certain way, you got to make sure that you don't put the flowers on upside down. So I probably wished I would have moved that white over a little bit more, but I wanted to make sure that the strawberry slush was on the white. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I have these butterflies that we did in the, you know, basic white. I don't think these yellow ones would look as pretty on here. Although, you know what? We're gonna try it though, because there is some the colors in this vellum. There is a golden glow in there, which I did use the Timid Tiger. I did not use the golden glow, but I do have my shimmer pen here, my golden glow shimmer pen. Dolores, do you have the shimmer pins yet, or anybody else that's watching tonight? Oh, now all my comments are in there. Okay. But anyway, there it comes with a little white, little like cap or something. So you unscrew it and take that off, and then you push this plunger like to get it activated. So it is just like the Wink of Stella. You just kind of paint on it, and if it's not as glossy as or shimmery as you'd like it to look, then you just kind of put another layer on. Let's see if I can tone down this Timid Tiger a little bit. Oh, can you see the shimmer on there? Oh, these are so fun. So that is going to be a darker one, and I should have opened up. I have all of the in colors right now, the glimmer pens, but I did not bring them into my studio here because I was wanting to do the butterfly olive flutter, and I wanted to do the vellum product of the month for May, the Botanical Garden. So I made myself not do that yet. So let's see. We've got in this little cup here, I do have some labels that I have pre-cut with our label punch. And my label punch is right here. This was a November online exclusives. It is wonderful. It's a 3 banner punch. It's narrower, but it is very nice. And I did not, there is a stamp set that goes with that, but I did not use that tonight. I used the sentiments that were in with this butterfly, all aflutter. Okay, so let me see here now. I could have swore they were right on top when I, so there's this hello that is a retired stamp. Let me see here. Where is it at? So I do have some gold glimmer that I stamped out earlier. Huh. I feel like I'm playing a trick on myself here, that I can't find it. So there is another hello. There is hope you have a happy day. That was not, oh, right here it is. Today is your day. We're going to use that one. It is, I did do that in fresh freesia, so I could, I guess, do it properly and restamp another one in the strawberry slush with today is your day. Let's go ahead and do that. We can take the extra time to do that. I like to always have the flag on the right hand side. What do you guys think? Do you guys like to have it on the right hand side too? So today is your day. Isn't that sweet? So, and that was punched out with that 3 banner punch. So we're not going to use this fresh freesia right now. We may use that on our next card. Okay. So let's go ahead and close up this strawberry slush, and let's finish up this card. So we need to finish this up by putting the butterflies on dimensionals, and we will do that. These small ones almost need the mini dimensionals. They're kind of small. I don't want to take the chance of seeing a dimensional behind them there. And it looks like I have one dimensional that is not an edge, which is no big deal. When you get to that point and you don't have any more dimensionals on your minis, go ahead and use your sides of your dimensionals by just cutting little slices into the mini dimensionals. So let's go ahead and pull one off. And these things like to go where they're not supposed to go. So let's go ahead and take this one off. So this is our first card that we're doing. For those of you that are just joining us, we are doing card sketch number 566. Is that right, Dolores? 566. Yep, it is. On page 29 of the new catalog, the May catalog. So let's go ahead, and I need to do a dry fit here, don't I? So we're going to go ahead and use this gold piece right here. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on there and put it onto the gold, something like that. And then I like to put the sentiment on first. Today is your day. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I just found one of my sentiments. I'd stamped it on the back of the gold. Crazy lady, huh? And you can see here that my dimensional is a little over, a little too close on the sentiment. So just take your scissors and at an angle, just cut that off so that it doesn't show. And I didn't take enough of an angle. Okay. So then take the time right away to clean off your scissors so that when you need them again, they're nice and clean. So we're going to go ahead and put, today is your day. We've kind of angled things here. So we are going to put that kind of, oh, I covered up, you know what? I covered up my part that I wanted to show on the white, didn't I? Okay, so let's go ahead and put a butterfly there. And then these are the smaller ones with the mini dimensionals. Let's go ahead and take the backing off of this one. I think these mini dimensionals must be old. They kind of are very difficult to peel off the back. I think I got them in a paper pumpkin or something like that. I'll be really, really, really glad when they're used up. Okay, so we always want to do threes, don't we? So I'm going to put that butterfly down there. Now, who is watching tonight that has gotten their white gel pen? This is very, very nice. I love this white gel pen, but there's some tricks to it. Obviously, you want to shake it, and you want to kind of clear off the end, and you want to write you want to go like up and down with it, and you want to write very slow with it. You don't want to do fast with it. Okay, let's find a little, let's practice on this dark cardstock right here. you want to go straight up and down, and you want to go slow. So if you go fast, see, it skips. You want to go slow. Okay? So, and then you got to let it dry a little bit too. So what we're going to do is, rather than using embellishments, or in addition to embellishments, I'm going to do my notorious 3 dots as embellishments. You can also put dots on the butterfly, which is very, very fancy. So there are black dots, and then there's some white clear ones that you can use on the white gel pen. Can you see that? So that's what it's like before I do it, and then this is what it will look like after I do it. So remember, just the longer you hold it on there, the bigger the dot will be. And obviously I'm not doing the best job at this because I'm not at the right angle. I can't see very well looking through. But would you agree that it adds a little bit to put that white gel pen on the butterfly? And then I've kind of added some, body isn't the right word. What's the word I want? You know, it makes it, a butterfly isn't flat, is it? I've kind of broken down the fibers of the paper so it appears as if they are flying. And I don't know, this one, these mini glue dots, these mini dimensionals, I need to probably put another one here to make it more solid. See how this one is solid? These kind of wrap around. Okay, so that is the front of our card. Today is your day. You can put some gems on it if you want to, but I think it looks very nice. And let's go ahead and add the inside of our card. Now we can do, there are some beautiful sentiments with this. Fluttering by to say hi. That's what we're going to put on the inside of this card. But I'm going to have to, here it is. And I'm going to have to decide what color I want to use on this. I don't think I want to use strawberry slush. Maybe I'll just use the Memento Black to stamp this with. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, fluttering by to say hi. And then this little stamp says, this little, there's these little like butterfly trundles, you know, that they leave their little trails as they fly by. Let's go ahead and put a few of those on here, which is kind of hard to do because these are flying off, aren't they? Okay, so I probably should have, just for kicks and giggles, because I love this little stamp, let's go back and open up the strawberry slush, and I put that away, didn't I? Let's go ahead and open this back up and add some texture to the base of the card. Let's put my tools away here so that I've got room to stamp. So then I would do the strawberry slush, and you could have the little things flying around on the card. Isn't that cute? Yeah. So although this really should have been done before you put the, so I'm not gonna, there should be one there, but I'm not gonna do that. On the next card we can do that, those little tendrils. Okay, so that is our first card. Oh, I didn't put the inside in yet though, did I? Looks like I got a little mark on there. So who would you send a card like this to? Today is your day, fluttering by to say hi. You could send this for about any occasion, or for any reason. I do have this little spot here. I'm trying to decide how I am going to cover that up, and I just figured it out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my strawberry slush marker, and let's see where it is. The strawberry slush. This is dark calypso coral. That's not it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. This is, oh, light strawberry slush. I had it, and I didn't think I did have it the first time. So what we're gonna do is our notorious little 3 dots. We're gonna put those here on the inside, and it's gonna kind of cover up that black mark, okay? Who has had to do that before? So, okay. So there we go. There's our first card. It's okay. It's not one of my most favorite, but it's okay. Okay, so let's do another card that I wanted to do with you was Fresh Freesia. And what I wanted to do was use this Thinking of You. And I don't think I can use this green on here at the same time, but maybe I can. Maybe I can. So I think that's what we're gonna do. The card sketch calls for 2 pieces of 2.5, and as you can see, I put the adhesive right under the Thinking of You so that it is hidden up. And this card is going to be hot dog style. We're going to open it up like this. So then we're going to take this piece of vellum here then, and I can put the adhesive behind those embossed pieces, can I? So we'll do something like that. So this card is not going to be very hard to do, is it, you guys? I did not do the tone on tone. I chose not to do that, and we can do some of these butterflies if we'd like. I have my Winkostella right here. I'm going to use my Winkostella on these because I want to keep this card rather simple. And we will put 3 on there. Okay, and you do need to let that dry just a little bit. So that's what started our glimmer pins, was those Winkostellas. And this time I am going to just put these butterflies on with some adhesive. I'm not going to mess with the dimensionals. So I don't know if I should put, I'm going to just kind of offset it just a little bit with the embossing that we did. Here's a smaller one, which we will put on this one. So it kind of makes it look like a shadow, doesn't it? The embossing part. So let's go ahead, and now you do need to be careful as you're putting this embossing on. You can see where, you know, around the curves and stuff, it sticks out, and you don't want it to get stuck on your envelope as you put it inside. So then this will be kind of offset with that one. What do you think of that? That turned out pretty cool, don't you think? Just very, very simple Thinking of You. Then on the inside, we could put you know, we haven't, we have used the, we haven't used the fresh freesia yet. I got to take that stamp off there. What kind of an inside could we do? So on the outside we said thinking of you. And I think I'm going to use that same fluttering by to say hello. I like that. It seems very appropriate for, you know, with having the butterflies on it. Fluttering by to say hi. So we did that in the fresh freesia. And then I am going to just put some butterflies on it again. And I think I'm going to stamp off once. And then just kind of second generation on top of that. Ooh, I like that. So fluttering by to say hi. So you can hardly see the butterflies in the background, but you can see them. They look very, very nice. So let's close up this ink pad and let's grab the adhesive. So this is Darla Tweeten, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa. If you have just joined us the last half of this, we have made 2 cards. We're finishing up our second card. And this is going to be a Thinking of You card. We are using the All a Flutter bundle, which is a stamp set and a punch that punched out these butterflies. And we've used the product of the month, the oh, I gotta look at to see what that vellum is called. It is called Berry Botanical Vellum, 12 by 12. All of the links to all of these products will be in my post that I do on Facebook, and then that gets transferred to YouTube for permanent storage. So let's go ahead and put some white gems on this card. I wasn't gonna do anything, but I decided I needed to do something. I could have probably put some of those white gel pen on there, but these are the Moody Palette glossy dots. They are very, very nice. It's the white, the cloud cover, the old olive, and black. A good old standby. So that is our second card for tonight. We have done, let me just pick up these pieces here that I will work with more later on. I also wanted to show you, I had done some black, basic black. I used the larger punch, the 2 3/8, and I embossed the Thinking of You with the little tendrils, and then fluttering by to say hi and thinking of you. And I know somehow I didn't catch this, so it heated up, so I will cover those with the butterflies. So tonight's cards, which I hope you've enjoyed, I've enjoyed doing them, they've made me happy, is we have done a strawberry slush and we did a fresh freesia. Earlier, before I went live, I did do the Peaceful Pines, and I think that turned out really good. I did 2 Peaceful Pines cards. You can see where each one turns out differently depending upon, you know, how you stack the vellum. I think that's very nice. And then I did do the Misty Moonlight ones too, and I think this was my first card I did. It got to be kind of busy, so I kind of slowed down on you know, the You Are Appreciated. I thought, oh, my second card that I did, I put a larger piece of white on there. Because when you have a card sketch, you don't have to exactly follow it. The purpose of the card sketch is to get your creative juices going. So I stamped it around a larger piece of white. I only used one 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch piece of vellum, and then I still used the butterflies. So, and then on this one, I did the sequins from the Sunset Sparkles sequins. Very, very pretty. They're iridescent, and they take on all the colors. You know, they take on the colors of the, you know, cardstock or what your embellishments are. So anyway, so this is Darla Tweeten. I would be very, very happy if you tried this card sketch and post it on my Tweet Be Happy page. Let me see what kind of an idea you come up with. I would love to see it. And if you like the bundles, if you know, if you'd like to try this all with Flutter, and for sure when you place an order, if it's $50, I will email you that PDF and video. And if you order $75, you should order or purchase this $5 vellum. It is very, very beautiful. And that is the May product of the month. So I'm going to sign off at this point. Thank you for your time tonight. And if you ever have any suggestions on cards or bundles that you would like to see me make, just give me a holler. So God bless you all, and let's make a difference by doing one card at a time. Good night.